How are you guys doing? Today I'm going to show you how to create this procedural TV screen glitch effect thing in Blender. So I'm just starting with this TV model, and yeah, this is basically going to consist out of a pretty simple process of creating these red waves being animated, just flowing horizontally, and then we're going to add on top just some horizontal lines being animated of just flowing downwards, kind of. Yeah, just unwrap your screen, and then we're good to go. We're going to add wave texture, and we're going to have to plug it into the UV texture coordinate that we just unwrapped. So yeah, pump up the scale a little bit, so we'll get some nice lines, and then just add two mapping nodes, which we're going to use to make these lines into some actual waves. And we're going to use we're going to separate the XYZ, and the X is going to go into a math node that come from another wave texture here, and then that X from the math is going back into the combined XYZ. And if you play around a little bit with the rotation and the scale, you're going to get some very nice waves. Yeah, when you're happy with the waves you created, you can control the color with the color ramp, and making the lines red, and just giving it a little bit more black space in between each line. Yeah, and I think I'm just going to make my waves a little bit bigger, because they're almost too small to see right now. So when you're happy with your waves, we're going to do pretty much the exact same thing. We're going to add the mix RGB, and we're going to add another wave texture, and the mix RGB is going to mix what we already created with a black color, and then the wave texture that's new is going to control where it will be the black color and where it will be the red waves that were already created. So if you make those the new wave texture very broad, you'll get this nice effect. So yeah, then it's pretty much time to create the horizontal lines. I think so. That's also going to have to go into the UV, and just add a fresh wave texture. So yeah, and control the colors with the color ramp. This will look nice as turquoise, green or blue color, I think. Make the black spaces in between the lines a little bit broader, and we're going to do the exact same thing here. We're going to add another system with some horizontal lines, but these are going to be much broader, which will also go into a mix RGB node that's going to into the factor, which is going to control where it will be black and where it will be these horizontal green lines. And we're going to have to pump the scale way down to create broad horizontal lines, and add a color ramp which you can just play around with. Here you can add multiple color points, which will create different sizes in the black kind of broad lines that will go across the screen, and further we'll animate this with the offset, like you can see here, and it will look cool. They will kind of scroll downwards. So yeah, now we can combine these two in a mix RGB node, and when they go on top of each other, they will look like this. Looks pretty cool, I think. And now we're just going to add some noise texture, kind of to create that white noise thing going on top of it all. Actually, if you use it as an overlay, it will kind of break up the regular linearity of the blue-green horizontal lines that we have created, and it will look pretty cool, kind of like Matrix vibe. So yeah, just mess around with the scale on the noise of that, and after we've done that, it's time to create the other noise texture system that will be added in a mix RGB on top, just to create that kind of you know, snowstorm TV effect thing. Set the scale much higher so that the noise particles will look smaller, and just adjust the mix RGB so that they will be a little bit more subtle. Then you're actually done with the color of the material itself, so you can plug it into the emission on the principled BSDF, and just pump up the emission strength to whatever you would like. You could also do things like add a mix shader and another principled BSDF with a matter black color, and add an ambient occlusion with the color ramp to the mix, to the factor of the mix shader, so that the edges of the screen will be more black. And here I'm just adjusting the green lines to a little bit more of a blue color. And after that, it's time to animate. First, we're going to animate the offset of the wave texture coordinate. That's that's deform1, one of the first we created. That will make the waves go horizontally, and then we're going to animate the offset of the black area lines that we also created. So those will go vertically downwards, and then we're adding a mapping to the noise texture. So then we're just animating some random stuff on the X and Y location, so that will also kind of float more around. yeah, that's pretty much it really. And then if you want to be a little bit extra, you can go to the distort of the deform wave texture that we created earlier, and insert some keyframes so that the kind of distortion value just jumps up and down. Yeah, here I also let it hang on the on a high distortion value sometimes, and it will really give it kind of an extra dimension, and I think it looks pretty cool. Yep, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this little tutorial. I really appreciate feedback and stuff like always. I posted my last video 1 week ago, and I think I had like 70 subscribers, and I said I was hoping to get over 100, and now we're almost at 200, and I think that's really great. So I hope that you will continue supporting me, and see you next week. Bye.